Here are 5 Metroidvanias to play in 2022 that is not Silksong, and since I love this genre so much, I even throw in a bonus one. If you already know what it is, pause this video and comment below. If not, I will tell you more about what I think is a worthy competitor to Hollow Knight for the best Metroidvania late in this video. First up is Infernax from Canadian Berserk Studio, and by the looks of it, this will be an old-school adventure platformer filled with interesting puzzle elements. The art style breathes a homage to the legendary ones that have come before them, and I can't help to feel both excited and nostalgic while seeing the gameplay and also miss my old NES console. Backed up with just the right amount of retro-style music, it's easy to see why the developers want to rewrite the term ARPG to awesomely radical playing game. So just in time for Valentine's Day, you can take on the role of the great knight that returns to his homeland to uncover mysteries of the curse and of course die a couple of times in the process. It's set to be released on PC, PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch, and I know what my wife is getting for Valentine this year. If the retro-look Metroidvania is not your favorite style, Afterimage from developer Aragon Shanghai is a feast for the eyes. With a hand-drawn world and combat that makes me think of Ender Lily's Quates of the Night, I get excited for this release. Afterimage will challenge you with combat in 15 different areas, and each area features entirely different enemies and gameplay mechanics. Also, there are said to be many unique bosses to feed your boss fight hunger. If you, like me, like abilities and various upgrade paths to find your own playstyle, you will not be disappointed. And if you quickly get bored of repetitive enemy types, Afterimage promises 150 varieties of enemies, and the estimated playtime is 25 to 30 hours on your first playthrough. Not bad at all if you ask me. All things combined, this is not the game you want to miss, and it's set to be released later on in 2022 for PC, PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch. Every time a game wants to take inspiration of the Lovecraftian mythos, I always get a bit extra curious. Developer Mantra and Synergia Games choose to do just that in their upcoming story-driven action RPG Elderand. And what I really like is the heavy focus on skill-based combat with the promise to punish reckless explorers. So if you are shopping for an easy-to-play forgiving Metroidvania, this game is not for you. Fans of Salt and Sanctuary and Blasphemous will feel right at home with this game, and its focus on how you level up your character's attack, magic and other stats that makes me hope there is enough variation to make it all enjoyable. Elderand have won the Best Game and Best Game Design in Gamepolitan Awards, and I can really see the developers' love for Castlevania, although this game contains a bit more modern elements. Elderand is coming to PC via Steam later in 2022, so if you don't want to miss this amazing game, I know I don't, head on over to Steam and wishlist it after this video. If shiny heroes is not your thing, how about playing as Greencap the Lethal Mushroom? That's right, the solo developer Busty Games want you to feel the game's source of inspiration like Hollow Knight, Super Metroid, Super Castlevania 4 and Mega Man X. But you will do it in 13 unique handcrafted areas built by the ancient mushrooms. I had the joy of trying out the demo last year, and its spell system that based on how you strike trigger multiple use was together with its combat only outshined by the fast-paced platforming. The developer's philosophy of making the game combat as fair as possible with enemies that have distinct behaviors together with semi-optional platforming options makes Lone Fungus also high up on my list, since it offers accessibility that many other games in the genre don't have. 2 years in the making, but 2022 seems to be the year we all get to experience 10 plus hours of mushroom mayhem. It feels like the year of 2022 is the year to pay tribute to the 16 and 32-bit classics, and that makes my retro-loving heart so happy. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder from developer Metamorphosis Games is instead of forests and castles placed in a beautiful handcrafted steampunk world. You get to play as Althea as you try to discover the secrets of the massive steam-powered city of Canaan. The animations are impressive, and seeing the beautiful backdrop really makes me feel the urge to dive into the game. With a sword and a gun you will face frenzied mutants and hordes of blood-drunk raiders. You will also be able to dash, dodge and my personal favorite, double jump and leap in between walls. And if you think she looks like Zero in Mega Man, I totally agree with you. I also get a bit of Forgone vibe about this game. Out in 2022 for every possible platform, maybe even your smart fridge. Crowsworn is in my opinion the title to take on Hollow Knight Silksong in the race for Best Metroidvania. Developer Mongols Rodeo crushed their Kickstarter last year with a staggering 10 times the initial asking pledge, and from what I've seen from the game, it's no wonder so many people put their trust in the team. Drawing inspiration from Hollow Knight, Bloodborne and Devil May Cry, the handcrafted art assets paired with the explorative platform is just a work of incredible art. When it comes to exploration and combat, you will acquire skills to further let you explore this world, and armed with the shite pistols and some good old Kovian magic, you get a fast-paced combat system that will bring you enormous pleasure when defeating the enemies in boss rushes and nightmare mode. No release date is set for this highly anticipated game, but if you want to explore more from this team member's earlier work, there is Unworthy, a Metroidvania game without jumping. Yep, you heard that right, no jumping. Sounds like madness to me. You know what? Let's not end this journey here. You have seen the game. I have a fantastic game here that I think that you should check out. I'm Danny, friendly in the game Viking, and I always say stay safe and stay awesome.